Hey guys, Pritesh from PI Podcast, and today I am going to continue my series where I go over divisions and tell you why each team can win that division. Today we're continuing to AFC West, and today I'm going to talk about how the Kansas City Chiefs can win the AFC West. So the AFC West is the tough division. Talked about the Raiders and the Chargers. So my next video obviously will be Denver Broncos, but today we're talking about all about the Kansas City Chiefs. And they took some hits in the offseason. I mean, they lost Tyreek Hill, which is their deep threat basically, and lost them to the Miami Dolphins. So that's just a big loss for them. But in the draft, they did draft a lot of decent defensive players that can start for them. So definitely they've improved a little on defense. When that defense in the Super Bowl against the Bucks didn't really perform well, and that offense couldn't protect Patrick Mahomes save his life. But they fixed that last year a little bit. So definitely one reason why the Kansas City Chiefs can win the AFC West is because of their quarterback, Patrick Mahomes. He's arguably the best quarterback in this division. And it's not even considered to be arguable because a lot of people think Patrick Mahomes is the best quarterback in the league right now, other than Tom Brady. So definitely, Patrick Mahomes is a big reason why the Kansas City Chiefs can win the AFC West. They had a chance to go to the Super Bowl in the playoffs against the Bengals, and they had a chance to go up and score before halftime. And then they accidentally messed up. Patrick Mahomes or something in that offense, they accidentally messed up and ran out of the clock at halftime. And they couldn't even get a field goal. And then what I personally believe is something happened at halftime to where Andy Reid was like, "Hey Patrick, don't make those dumb mistakes," or something like that. Just don't let points go away. And that kind of, I dropped my trading card box opener, but I think Patrick Mahomes, it shook him a little bit in the second half, because you saw in the second half he clearly looked out of sync. He clearly looked like he missed some throws that he wouldn't usually miss. And this all last year, everyone was hyping him up because he'd take the check down. In years past, he wouldn't take the check down. He tried to go for a deep ball, which is one of Patrick Mahomes' strengths, his deep ball. But this year he was all putting it all together and slowing the game down and taking those check downs that could go for 10, 15 yards, especially when you have Clyde Edwards-Helaire in the backfield or whoever you have. They were making plays for him when he was taking a check down. But in the second half, he didn't look like Patrick Mahomes in the first half of that against the Bengals, and that really hurt them, and that's a big reason why they lost that game. It's because Patrick Mahomes was off. I don't know what it was. I know Andy Reid said something to him at half about that first half, end of half blunder, but definitely something may have happened to shake him a little bit. So I don't know. But that's a big reason why the Kansas City Chiefs can win the AFC West. Definitely with Clyde Edwards-Helaire, who is not coming back as well. He can play well. He's a physical back. The newest receivers for the Chiefs, Juju Smith-Schuster, Marquez Walden-Scantling. I think they're good, decent receivers, but the only problem is that they don't have that deep threat anymore. You could say McCall Hardman's fast, but he's not going to go up and get those contested catches that Tyreek Hill did. McCall Hardman's not going to do that for you. I think Juju and Marquez are good enough receivers, and Patrick Mahomes a good enough quarterback to make those receivers look better. And that's what he's going to do. So if we see the offense not looking as explosive as we did before, that's why. It's because he doesn't have Tyreek Hill there. But they still have Travis Kelce. They still have that O line with a very good center in Creed Humphrey. And they have Joe Thuney at left guard, Orlando Brown at left tackle. That whole left side is playing well in the center. Trey Smith at right guard, Andrew Wiley at right tackle. That O line is looking very, very, very good. And that's going to prove wonders for the Chiefs offense this year, even if they don't have Tyreek Hill. And that's a big part. Their offensive line, too, is a big reason why they have as good a chance as any to win the AFC West. Because if Patrick Mahomes gets protection, he's the best quarterback in the NFL. There's no doubt about that. And even when he was getting pressured, you saw in the Super Bowl, he threw it on his side, and fit it perfectly in between two defenders in Tyreek Hill's face. Unfortunately, he couldn't catch it, but one of the greatest throws one of the greatest incompletions I've ever seen. That's just crazy. And now going over to the defense, at the nose tackle, they have Chris Jones. Chris Jones, one of the best D tackles in the league, and was a providing source for that defense and one of the pieces and souls of their defense. You could say also Tyrann Mathieu left. That was arguably just as big as the heart and soul of this defense as Chris Jones was, and they lost him. So that's gonna hurt them just a little bit. But on the defensive side, they have Derek Nottie, they have Chris Jones, George Karlaftis at the end. They got Frank Clark still. I think that pass rush is still going to be good enough. And at linebacker, they have Nick Bolton, Jermaine Carter, okay linebackers right there. But if your pass rush is getting there, and if Nick Bolton plays really good, then you don't have to worry about that. And they also have Willie Gay there, Trent McDuffie at their cornerback as well, Rashad Fenton, Jarius Sneed, who's up and coming as well. He can play really, really well. Jarius Sneed can play really well and is up and coming corner as well. And their safeties, they don't have Tyrann Mathieu anymore, but they have Juan Thornhill and Justin Reed. Juan Thornhill played very, very well last year, or at least decent. So definitely they lost to Honey Badger, which is always hard to replace. But they have Justin Reed and Juan Thornhill, and with that patch rush with Chris Jones, Derek Nottie, L'Jarius Sneed, and all the draft picks they had this year, they definitely are looking to improve their defense, which is one of the main concerns for people about the Chiefs in general. Was their defense? Is their defense going to be good enough to compete? And if all these pieces work, if all these draft picks work, then they can definitely make the cut. And definitely they have as good a chance as any to win the AFC West. And Patrick Mahomes in general, he can make any throw. So there's a lot of people saying that Tyreek Hill is a big loss, which it is. But when you have a generational quarterback like Patrick Mahomes, I mean, I don't think it matters who your receiver is. They won't have that. I don't think they'll have that deep threat anymore. But who knows? At the end of the day, maybe McCall Hardman will step up. We're gonna have to see. They got a really good draft class defensively this year, and definitely in the first round, Kansas City Chiefs took Trent McDuffie on cornerback. So definitely gonna see how he plays, but they went defense straight ahead already. And they took George Karlaftis, who I just mentioned, on the end. They took him out of Purdue. And then they went Sky Moore, who's their new and upcoming receiver, their rookie receiver. And he played well. I know he's a fast guy. I know he can catch the ball well. So that rookie, maybe he plays really well and becomes their deep threat. Who knows? But they have everything at their opposer right here. And Andy Reid's a really good, one of the best coaches in the league right now. And I think he knows what he's doing with the roster. So no matter what you hear on the outside, the defense isn't good enough. Their offense lost Tyreek Hill. Andy Reid's going to put them in a position, and Patrick Mahomes is going to put that team and offense in a position to be able to win the AFC West and be able to compete for a championship again. Definitely, we're going to have to see how this all unfolds this year, but these were my reasons why the Kansas City Chiefs can win the AFC West. If you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss the next episode of the AFC West, this series. I'm gonna be going over the Denver Broncos, which completes the AFC West. If there's any divisions you guys want me to do in particular, let me know in the comment section below. And I'll see you guys in the next one. Thank you guys for watching.
Thank you for watching the PI Podcast. Make sure you subscribe and tune in next time so you don't miss the latest news in the NFL world. You can also follow us on TikTok at PIPodcast and on Twitter at PIPodcasters. Until next time.